Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to add a trigger to allow us to generate our data on an interval. We'll then configure that trigger to stop the insertion if we receive a message on the cloud messages topic. This will simulate shutting the machine down if it gets too hot. So let's get started. So right now, as you know, everything is manual. We click this button and we get our reading. And then if that reading is above 350, then AWS processes that and posts to the cloud messages topic, which then republishes that topic. So what we want is we want this to be automatically inserted on an interval. So let's first search for the trigger node. Just like so, and that shows up under the functions. And I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit, and let's just drag this in and insert it there into the flow. So now what I want to do is double click on that trigger node, and we will send one message, then resend it every, we'll just say 3 seconds right now. So 3 seconds. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and go for 1 second right now. And done, and deploy. Just like so. As you can see, nothing is flowing yet, but if we hit our trigger, then there we go. And it's going to continue sending as long as we want it to until it is stopped. And as you can see right now, if the reading gets above 350, then it ends up republishing on that secondary debug node right here. Now, as you can see, if I hit the insert node again, it does not stop it. So that's not really ideal. But I'm going to go ahead and head back up here and just turn this off. So I'll just change that, send one, then wait for, and deploy. And it stopped now. So as you can see, if I start it, it's only going to send it once right now, or twice. Okay, so now that we've done that, we want a way for it to stop if it gets too hot. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to drag this out a little bit. Let's just stretch this over here. And I'm going to drag a line from our cloud messages to our trigger. And then I'm going to do one more thing. So if you click on the trigger, you can actually see that reset the trigger if message.reset is set or message.payload equals something. So what we can do is we can actually just leave it right here. Let's go ahead and change this back to resend every 1 second. Done. And deploy. And then let's go ahead and kick that off. All right, as you can see, it's not doing anything yet. So what we want to do is message.payload equals, we don't know what message.payload equals. So let's go ahead and set a message.reset message. And to do that, we're just going to grab our change node. Let's go ahead and stretch that and drop it into here. And now, as you can see, we can set message.reset to the value of true, just like so. Let's go ahead and click done and deploy once again. And I'm going to kick it off once more. And let's see what happens. All right, perfect. So as you can see, as soon as the reading hit 359, which is above 350, it detected that and sent message.reset, which equals true, to our trigger node. And that trigger node resets and stops as soon as that happens. Let's go ahead and clear the debug and run this again. Just make sure that it still works. Yes, it does. Everything works perfectly. All right, so that's great. So now we are processing this message, this data that's coming from our function node. It's heading to AWS. AWS rule is processing this message, and if this reading is above 350, it's coming back into our cloud messages topic, which then tells our change node to set the message.reset to true, which then tells our trigger node to stop. So that's awesome. So we've got a pretty cool little setup here. Go ahead and mark this lesson complete. Come on back to the next one and we will clean things up a little bit more.